digging.
Rowdy behaviour. Sorry.
Very, very rowdy. So when someone has to background music, rhubarb. Welcome everybody to this wonderful Monday evening for the very fourth episode of Sabotage. The DM presents Waterdeep Mallrats Dragon Heist. So I hope everyone is having a lovely, lovely evening. Considering it's such a beautiful day today as well. So if you're here on the chat, say hi, do the roll call. Make sure you say hello to everybody. I can see that Heavens Bevins is already here. I can already see that Thorpe is already here. Red Panda Gamer, really lovely to see you. Really, really great to see you. Hope you enjoy this evening and enjoy yourself today. And just pretty much just like, this is such an exciting day. I've been looking forward to this all day today. You know, eating my oven pizza, going, you know what? I am so looking forward for when it comes around to 7 o'clock. And I get to see these wonderful people's faces once more. So, how are you doing, Evie?
Oh, it's maybe.
Yeah.
I'm all right, thank you. It was very sunny today. That made me very happy. I've been doing lots of rollerblading again with the rollerblades. That's been fun. I learned to do a T-stop, actually, the other day. Now, a T-stop is different to just stopping yourself on a car or a lamppost, which is what I've usually been doing, or just falling to my knees like, I surrender to the power of gravity. So yes, I'm starting to learn how to actually properly stop, which has been wonderful. Apart from that, nothing much really. Binging stuff on Netflix and having a lovely time.
Okay,
Thank you for asking. Joe, how are you?
Oh, see, straight in there. I am all right, actually. Tough old week, but I say positive vibes, and I'm looking forward to today. So that's really nice. Yeah. I refelted my shed. Officially old. So proud of myself. I have now done roofing. So if you need tiles done and stuff, call me because I'm great. So that was nice. But thank you for asking. That's really good.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Let's see who else. Let's see who's going on the tombola, the vest tombola, and we pull out Gabby. How you doing, Gabby?
I'm good, thanks. It's really nice and it's sunny outside, isn't it?
Oh God,
like, it makes you feel like you can do anything. That's just my feeling today. It just changes everything. Maybe not everything, but lots of things.
Yeah.
And there's a nice stream van outside every day, and I haven't even got one yet.
Ooh.
How good is that? Because I saw this little girl the other day. I know you shouldn't take sweets from children, and I wasn't even going to take it, but I saw a little girl with this, like a pot. It wasn't even a cone, and it had blue. I'm assuming bubble gum swirling.
Yeah. But did it have the bubble gum at the bottom?
Oh no, it wasn't a screwball. Do you remember them?
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
I remember I went to this girl. I was in school with her, called Holly. I went to her house because we never had ice cream vans by my house because we lived in the middle of nowhere. And I got a screwball. Her mum bought me a screwball for the first time ever. It was the best thing. I didn't think I've had one since then because my mum, she wouldn't buy me one, but I love them. So I reckon I might get an ice cream this week. Not steal it off a child. Get it like legitimately.
Okay, I challenge you to steal it off a child.
Okay. Nice.
Yes. Very nice. Well, Zach's just arrived. Hi, Zach. I'm getting questions about boxes. I've talked about boxes in a little second. You sneaky peeps. So let's pop over and see how Rob is doing. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm good, thank you. I have a very large glass of whiskey here. Nice. Very large. It
is very large.
I've also been thinking about words that we used to know when we were younger that we wish we could bring back. I'm going to offer my suggestion. Banjaxed. I want the word banjaxed to come back again.
Okay, what does that mean?
It's when something is broken beyond repair. So
is that a new thing? Because I've never heard of that.
It's an Irish expression.
Oh, no, we just said fucked. That's kind of what we
did. Fucked, banjaxed, similar meanings. The table is banjaxed. I am banjaxed after a heavy night out. Let's get banjaxed.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that works.
the
Yeah. Let's get
the
broken.
lesser
Ah.
successful Irish video game Banjax Kazooie. What words would you want to bring back that you wish were still in the modern day vocabulary?
I don't know.
I put it.
I
I don't know which words have gone.
No.
That's the thing. It's because they've gone. I made up a language once. Me and my best friend. I had like a little book, made it, and like we wrote down all these words that meant different things. They were just complete gobbledygook. They weren't based on anything. And yeah, we used to just like sit and learn them and try and use them, but we never actually used them when we were talking because we never remembered. Did anyone used to speak gibberish though? Where you'd be like, have a go, yivagoo, tivagoo, davagay. I'm good. Davaganks.
Is that like the one that they all say where you have to say the
Pig Latin.
Pardon?
Pig Latin.
Yeah, I can't work that out.
It's like you add a vg with the vowel sound. So like hello would be hevaga, lo vago.
Hell of a go.
Smash it,
No,
Gabs.
I'm too
Smash
dyslexic
it.
for
First
this. I
try.
can't do it normally.
Yeah,
Let
I'm the
alone
same.
adding letters. Don't add them.
Yep. Oh my
Well, I
word.
can't think of any words that have disappeared.
I really like ditto. That's one of my favourite words. I don't know why I don't know why we've gone into favourite words, but ditto.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Great. You
It's
don't use
so
it that often as well. I don't hear you use it that often, Gabs. So I think you
I
should
know,
bring
but
it back.
imagine if you said something and I went ditto.
I'd
That's
be like,
that's
"That's
like
cool."
top tier. That's top tier nerd, I think.
I go,
just be like,
Jesus, you're
"Dickhead."
Banjaxed.
It's like if that's it, I'm gonna go for it. If anyone says ditto, I'm gonna say dickhead. That's it.
Aw.
Hey,
Actually, knobhead. I really like the word knobhead to come back. I
Knobhead,
think
yeah.
knobhead would be a great one to come back.
No,
Okay, so yes, so I'm going to talk about boxes. So you guys at home, you guys are too fast at filling up your community chests and filling up your care packages. So I was like, what am I going to do this week? What am I going to do? How can I solve this conundrum? So I decided to make the bad news box, which is now our new community challenge. So if you fancy it, you can bung some points into the bad news box and we'll see what happens. It might be a bit of story bad news. It might be a monster. It might be something hella bad. But if you fancy putting something in there, crack on.
we were not briefed on this, Joe, by the way.
No, you were not.
This is new, dangerous information.
Oh, that's so good. I hope it literally comes in a box that says bad
Bad
news on it.
news.
And everyone's just like, Oshi, do you want to open that box? No? Pups, do you want to look in
I'll do it.
Pops will go straight in the box.
Yeah.
oh no,
exactly.
someone's contributed already.
Yeah, Stuart and we got 4,000 in already.
I love you
Aw.
guys. You guys are amazing.
fuck?
House. Okay, so sorry, that's one of my favorite house tunes at the moment. What's in the fucking box? House. All right, so I guess you guys see how Dan, how you're doing actually. How you doing, mate?
I am doing really well. I've wrapped my film. I've
Go on, gives your wrap.
done. Do you know what happened last time, Rob? My beats were so incredible it broke my mic. I don't want to do that
we've
again.
done this
Yeah,
before.
remember
right?
Yeah.
What
We've
year
only
are
got
we in?
6 joke that we recycle. We've already used this one for this one, Rob.
We've just filmed the entire thing in one series because I've been wearing the exact same clothes for every stream that we've ever done, and we just cut them together. Nothing is live. Everything is fake. This is all an illusion. Go home.
I really want you to just put your hand down and just pick up your silver mask and then put it back down
Oh,
again. Yeah, because I was watching episode 3 on Friday with everybody, and it was the Halloween session, which was really, really fun. It was so weird going back and going, oh my god, there was so much happened, and seeing big Phatts like on fire was really nice actually.
A happier
was
time.
a
then.
happier time back then.
It's 2 characters ago.
Foreshadowing.
Me, Joe. 2 characters ago.
And also thank you for everybody who came back. And they look so young back then. It is strange looking at hairstyles because hair's like throughout. It's very bizarre. But it was really, really fun, and there was some great hangouts, and I really appreciate people coming to watch that. So that was good.
Yeah,
Like-
back before we had the stress of Black Star Lane lockdown and the stress of all the other lockdowns we've had. We've all aged.
Yeah.
We've all aged so.
But we're
So right.
wiser.
Yeah,
Also, to Zach's big wave, this red mic cover has always been here. It's the Doppler effect, or the Mandela effect. Even. It's always here.
Explain.
You just remember it differently.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
Gotta
that
catch 'em
effect's
all.
weird. Gotta catch 'em all.
Scratch, scratch.
Oh yes, that's a good point. Yeah, some of us watched Zach's Big Wave on Saturday. So much fun. One of the best concepts for a battle I've seen for a long time. So like a Hell's Kitchen cook-off with sentient ingredients in which you have to go and kill and then bring back to cook. Loved it. Mwah. French kiss. Mwah.
So good.
French kiss. Chef's kiss. Chef's
French kiss.
There you go. Yeah, I do it. Every time I do it, I always say French kiss, and I'm like, that's not the right way of saying it. So,
You've been
so
saying it
that's
wrong for years.
so that's what I want to bring back. It's the word French kiss. There you go.
French kiss.
Look at me.
And just
weird.
use it incorrectly every
Yeah,
time.
use it every
Oh,
and call it-
French kiss.
and call it chef's kiss instead. No, that's what I'm gonna do.
Great.
Oh, great.
Snogging. Snogging is a word we don't use anymore.
Yeah.
Just
That's a good
Snogging.
point. Yeah, snogging.
Yeah.
Also,
In Ireland,
put
it was
pudding.
called meat.
Ah.
To me, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Do you fancy meeting? That could get you into a lot of trouble.
It can nowadays in England.
can,
You're not allowed to
certainly.
meet people.
Well, now everyone's doing it online, isn't it? Google Meets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow,
That's
just licking your camera.
messy business.
Just chef kissing the camera.
Hey! That's comedy.
Thank you.
We used to call I remember now when I was a teenager, everyone was like, "Oh, they're getting in with each other."
Getting
Yeah,
in with each other.
Oh,
They're
getting
with
off.
each other.
Getting off.
Getting off.
Yeah,
Getting on.
Shifting.
Getting on.
Shifting.
Getting in
We
with
don't have
each other.
shifting.
Shifted.
Ah.
Shifting.
Nah,
yeah.
up north we had roaming.
Ramming. That sounds so violent.
It sounds like some sort of like East Asian soup.
Ramen.
Ramen.
And it's not a million miles away from Rutting either, which just sounds incredibly.
Rutting, yeah, that's a really north. Yeah, that's a yeah.
We just said pulling. Like, oh, you
Rutting, yeah.
Macking, macking, go for mac.
Macking,
macking off, yeah.
And your last name was fun for that one as well.
Mm.
Oh, no one ever snogged me. Literally, no one. No, honestly,
Didn't get a ramming, no.
No.
no, never.
I'm shocked.
What your chosen teenage word for snogging? Please put it in the chat.
Please do. Please do. We want to see it.
We'll try and get the words in the session somehow.
Oh God! Especially that we're in a sewer as well, just to kind of just get it in there. Right on.
Yeah, wants to give gifts after last week.
Oh, talk about last week. Actually, what actually happened last week? I can't really remember.
I can
oh
tell
yeah,
you.
I do remember. Can you?
I can tell you.
Can you do? Can you?
Yeah. I can. Get ready for it. Do you want me to tell you now, or do we need to do any plugs or anything before we recap?
I'll do that now if you want.
Sure. Why not?
Lovely. Well, just above us, up here, we've got follow account and sub account. We are so close. How close are we? It's small on my screen. What, like 5 away?
3 away from our
3
sub
away
goal.
from our sub goal.
3 away
yeah.
from our sub goal, so we can get some studio mics for peeps, and we can get those dulcet tones flowing. And then also we are only 12 away from our follower goal. We only set this up a couple of weeks ago. This was like our goal for like a couple of months, and it's already happened. So thank you so much to the community. If you enjoy what we do, leave us a follow so you can find out when we're going next, because we don't just run today, we also do things in the week. We've also got our birthday coming up. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Stuff
Over to
will
you,
happen.
Rob. Things
What?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Birthday. Even streams have birthdays.
Hello.
Last week's episode opened with a police raid. The city guards had heard word of things going down in the very warehouse that the Mallrats were investigating. With Oshi managing to sneak upstairs unnoticed, the rest of the group were able to stall the guards for long enough for Oshi to find some clues as to the whereabouts of Floon Blagmaar. Now, despite the urgency of finding Floon, the group decided to take this time to sell off some newly acquired paintings they had received from the warehouse. After making a sizable amount of coin from the art dealer, our resident sniffer dog Pups followed Floon's trail of dropped beads that led the group to a table of gamblers. The game was simple. Everyone puts in some coin, each person rolls some dice, lowest dice roll, and you lose a limb. Oshi, being Oshi, joined the table and, as is becoming a recurring theme, lost the fucking game. Instead of the game costing an arm and a leg, though, Oshi decided the best solution to getting out of a bet unscathed was to fight these gamblers to the death. So, with a spring in our step, we swiftly got the shit kicked out of us and managed to resolve the fight with all limbs still attached, only to find herself investigating a sewer, Baggi bottling a gazer, and Pups turning into a poo pirate with a small shite sitting atop his shoulder.
So good. Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Miss Thompson. That was absolutely beautiful, and I have to say, you can do it, and I'm really, really proud of you. You can do it. And especially as I was like,
did I ask a question earlier that you're responding to? We can do it.
Yeah.
I was just asking if you could do it. You could do it.
Oh, I can do
Okay.
it. Yeah. Thanks.
Nice. All right. So, anything else happened last week? Let me think. There was loads of. Oh, you got the code legal last week.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Anybody bothered reading it? No. Got it. Great. No. Okay. Good. Lots of daggers for Joe to play with. Good. Well, make sure you do read it at some point. That might be a good idea.
Oh, I thought you meant on characters. Sorry. I was like, oh, she's
Gabby's
not
like,
gonna
no,
read
I
that.
read it.
Yeah,
I
we
read
will.
it." I really love how far we've pulled you into the nerddom
Yes.
over the past 10 months, to the point of like, yeah, of course I'll read all the material that's given to me, of course.
Abby now makes jokes about D&D, which means she's fully turned now.
Well, I remember having a chat with Gabs recently about being able to be out and about and like seeing people and maybe all like going out and having a gathering, maybe going camping. She was like, "Yeah, amazing! It'll be awesome. We can all play D&D around the fire." I was like, "Yes,
Nerd,
yes.
nerd,
Yeah,
nerd."
I used to go to music festivals in swimming costumes, and that was it. Swimming costumes and Doc Martens, and now I play D&D 4 nights a week or 4 times a month.
That's right.
Yeah, baby. I love it.
exactly.
I think
To
I
be
might
fair-
go time we go to a festival. I think I might do that in a swimming costume. Why not?
Yeah. Also,
I
D&D
think
round a campfire sounds
Awesome.
genuinely great.
Dan, you live your life pretty much in a swimming costume. You wear as little clothes as possible at every possible occasion.
Yeah, I'm overdressing. You know,
You are.
I'm
I want to
overdressing.
see you. I want to see you in a one piece.
That's what I meant.
I've got loads of cat suits if you want to meet. You can definitely squeeze in one. This is quite a nice one. I've got like Zach was saying that they played D&D on a mountain top once. I think it was so good.
That's so cool.
Oh, I think I get quite spooked actually. I get spooked quite easily outside, outdoors. Be like, oh, is there actually an orc coming? Oh, yeah.
Wait, it's me.
You play an orc. Yeah.
I love
So
it.
good.
So good.
So good. All right, shall we get started? I think we probably should get started. We did 22 minutes, guys. That might be a
Not bad.
yes.
Pretty good.
Also, I'm going to say before we start, anybody who's new to the channel, who's watching us this evening, we do have some advantages and disadvantages using our channel point system, our loyalty points. So if you do fancy kind of giving us any disadvantages or advantages, you can kind of screw the game and have a bit of an influence on the game as well. I don't know what the tables are like, actually. I don't know how much we've got, but I'm going to leave that there for a bit, and I know that Dan at some point will pop it in the chat, so no pressure. For example, okay, let's see. Zach is going to. There we go. Oh, something from me. What is it?
It's
It's a disadvantage.
All right.
Yeah,
Go on,
Ooh.
Zach.
Thanks, Zach.
This is
Appreciate it. Okay, cool. So let's get started. All right. Okay. a leaf flies in the air. It floats across. He goes past the market. Someone put their hand up, be like, "Pannibal!" as it kind of swings past. Somersaults, lands onto a small puddle as it slowly picks up on the current as it rolls along the side of the street, as it kind of keeps going down that little pathway, and it falls down a drain as it swings in, down through the pipes in the sewer system of the city. As it comes out, lands onto the surface of the water, and it floats across for a good 10 minutes or so, just chilling on its own, relaxing. And suddenly it comes across to a T-junction as this goblin sort of comes straight out of the water with it stuck on its nose, with this leaf hanging off its nose, as we begin to see them fighting a gazer, a small grapefruit-sized creature with its eyes looking forward. We kind of swing back through the pipes up until we get to the manhole, as we see a small, tiny kobold look around the corner and run towards the open manhole. Cut to.
Two really large, burly creatures carry in a very small but very ornate chest. They pass through several rooms of a seedy underground bar up to a top room, very beautifully adorned, where the leader or the boss of this particular organization sits. They smile. They flip open the lock and they lift it up, and immediately reel backwards with a dart in their forehead as a goblin flicks up out of the box and turns towards the two burly creatures and smiles. Cut to.
Bodies scattered like birdseed across a crimson field. The moans of men wailing for their mother's embrace. So much death that even the light is dying now. Limbs with no owners, blades with no shine, eyes with no vibrance. There is no glory in war. There are no heroes. There is only blood. A war-forged figure stands alone, no cigar this time. He falls to his knees and begins to weep. Cut to.
A high-pitched squeal. We see a young girl holding onto a vole tightly in her hands. As the hands grow tighter onto this small animal, the squealing from it grows louder. Another little girl runs over and tries to prise her hands open. The first girl turns to face us. We see her reptilian eyes as she hisses in Absol, "Go away, scales," and pushes who we now recognise as a very young Oshisota to the ground. She falls with the force of the push and her elbow crashes into the ground. Blood drips from it, from a cut on her scaled arm. The squealing stops as Soatsa, Oshi's sister, throws the animal into some bushes and starts towards Oshi, her reptilian eyes flashing and fixed on her sister. Cut to.
The view swoops down over the shoulder of a bulging, bulbous man. You can smell the tobacco and stale ale permeating from his pores. We see him approach a large wooden door as he unlocks 4 locks from the outside. One hand grips a lantern as the other hand pushes the door open, and we see a room scarce of anything. "Where are you?" he says. The man approaches the table with a slight stagger to his heavy steps. "Fine. Hiding." He places the lantern down next to a small pile of well-loved books and begins ripping pages out of the book. 1, 2, 3, 4. Suddenly from the corner we hear a childlike scream of rage as a small half-orc runs at the man and jumps on his back. He reaches behind him, grabs the half-orc by the arm and slams her onto the floor. He takes some of the ripped-up paper and stuffs it into her mouth before swiftly leaving the half-orc in the darkness. We hear the bolts lock behind us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut to.
We see the small kobold slither over to the manhole as he struggles to lift it. He gets a big piece of metal and he stuffs it in and then jumps on it and lifts it up enough for him to crawl down. He's been following his heroes for 3 to 4 hours now. Seen them go into the pub, seen into that blood-soaked area. They nearly caught him as they opened a box, but now he thinks he's hidden. As he climbs down the ladder and snakes his way through. It takes him a while, maybe licking the walls, trying to see if he can taste them somewhere in this sewer, as he begins to swim up the current, his tiny arms trying to push forward. Push. See the wall thoughts, man. As he keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. As he comes round a corner, he looks up and sees a chalk figure drawn on the wall with 9 spokes and an arrow. He knows that he's in the right place. He knows that he is going to find his friends, his heroes. As this look goes down into the water, head goes down for one more swim as we go further down and through the water, through the pipes, down below the city itself until we come to a great wall, a great door, as we float through like ghosts. And so we see a room filled with hundreds and thousands of dragons. Good. Okay. So last time we left you, you had just collected yourself a gazer. So you've got a gazer in your jar in your pocket, which you were temporarily kind of enamored of. I think was probably the right question.
Yeah, very much so.
And you guys have spent about an hour going through the sewers to get to this point. As you see the last sort of arrow that the gazer was trying to rub off, as you see it aim towards a dark hole, and it looks as if, from the sound at least, that there is some sort of slope that brings it down. You notice that the walkway that you're on ends at this hole, meaning you may have to jump into that water itself. As we see the fizzle, the smoke come up from a torch that has been thrown up on. 3 of you can see it. Fine. 1 of you is in complete and utter darkness. As Big Phatts, you almost feel blind down here.
Even without being able to see, I can still tell that you got shit on your shoulder there, Pups.
Sorry. I'll light another torch. Hang on. And I'll reach in and grab a torch. Like, just... And as I sort of hold it, I sort of realise it's on my shoulder and sort of...
So you push it off and that leaf, like, falls down and falls to the ground. And then it sort of bounces and drops into the water and continues down the stream of shit towards the sea.
I have a very weak stomach. I don't do well down here. Sorry, Big Phatts. Here you go as a torch.
Thank you. That was Minotaur, by the way. You can tell that from a mile off. The shit on your shoulder. Yeah. Minotaur.
You think? I thought it'd be bigger.
Surprisingly small.
Yeah.
Like rabbits.
She's sort of like, sort of got that smear, almost like what's it called? Like, what's it called? Skid mark across your shoulder. But it doesn't really matter because all of you are beginning to stink. You've all kind of rubbed against a wall. You've all stepped in something, and it's just sort of like you just feel dirty. Like all of your pores is just full.
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel better or worse knowing that. Thanks, Big Phatts.
It's all right. Not just cigars, I know, but also different types of feces. Can't make a good business out of that, though, you know?
But I think, Baggi, you're stood where the gazer was, and you've got that chalk, that chalk sort of drawing next to you.
Well, continue on.
Yeah, you go first. I'm assuming Pups is still scared of this thing.
Yes, absolutely. You're still scared of, essentially still scared of Baggi.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe if you go first, and I'll because I mean I've got to get the rod out from the thing, so maybe I should go last then.
I mean, I don't mind going last if I need to, but if you want me to, I can go in the middle. As you see, this beautifully clean. Renier is sort of stood next to you, sort of still his blue resplendent sort of clothing still doing well. His boots are a bit fucked, but other than that, he's looking pretty good.
That's because he's done fuck all. That's why.
Yeah. No help whatsoever. So, Joe, at the moment, is it still that Baggi is on the other side of the sewage?
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone else has got to cross the rod.
But the rod is still there. The rod is
Yeah.
is still there, so you could all get across with a little bit of, I don't know, acrobaticness. You probably get across.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. Baggi can tell everyone's a bit nervous about crossing, so she just goes, "Look, if I can do it, you can."
And she trips up and then steadies herself.
Oh.
Yeah, so you guys want to go first then?
How much do you reckon these rods can hold?
Lots.
Yeah.
Like a
More than
10-ton warforged kind of lots?
Yeah, way more than that. You're going to be fine, Big Phatts.
All right. I'll give it a try.
Yep. So you go to step on. I think your foot sort of like shakes slightly. I wanted to see. I want to just kind of push a backstory moment here. Can you do a wisdom saving throw for me?
Sure.
What do we get?
It's a 19.
Okay, cool. Last time you were really, really, really high on like a wall. It was really scary, and you managed to kind of hold yourself. But at least there was some sort of wall in front of you that you could steady yourself as you looked out across the battlefield. Here, it's a very thin, like, bar, maybe an inch wide, and you like, it's only 10 feet down. It's only 10 feet down. It's only 10 feet down. As you begin to sort of breathe in and out from your mouth and your anus hole.
He starts chanting to himself. Dry it, cut it, roll it, smoke it. Dry it, cut it, roll it, smoke it.
As you begin to
Baggi
steady
holds
yourself.
out her hands. Sorry.
Nice. I'll give you
Just saying.
advantage then. Definitely give you an advantage on this acrobatics check.
I mean, technically, the last time Big Phatts was on the side of a big wall, he got fucked off the side of it by a dwarf and landed on a sheet.
True. And here's acrobatics.
Oh,
17.
Hey.
17.
Yeah, lovely. And you got another advantage as well, which is nice. So you literally, like, I think you're so terrified that you know, like, how sometimes a cat jumps into water and goes, and literally just jumps off the edge, like, it's almost like it's a solid piece. You kind of like leap off it and land on the other side. And you kind of get across. So you're like, smoke it.
Oh, fuck it.
And you kind of grip to the wall slightly, as you look across. And actually, you look down kind of towards where you guys have come. Could you do a perception check for me, Big Phatts?
Yes, I can. "14.
You think you see something like swimming in the water quite far off, but it's just on the just where past your light source can see, and you think you see something swimming. Maybe it was a shit, I don't know, but
Seemed small, does it?
it seems small, very small.
I'm gonna assume it was a rat or something like that.
Okay, cool. As you look across the way, and you see Oshi and Pups, who's got his hand on the wall. It's like, oh.
Ashi. Want a hand?
Am I gonna have to go then, Pups?
Unless you want to grab the rod.
And then Pups is almost delirious from like being dehydrated from just throwing up all the time.
Unless you want to grab, I just figure because it's like the rod's gonna have everyone's shitty boots on it and stuff. So I'm just thinking of you. Here.
Just for future reference, I hate sewers. If there's a possibility in the future not to have to go into sewers, that is preferable. Okay?
Agreed.
I hate this.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oshi tries to walk over.
Okay. Let's see acrobatics.
Oh, for you, 21.
Oh,
Nice.
Pups is going to fall in the water again. I
Yes,
don't
I
know.
know.
Just
So
no.
Raina sort of looks at you, Pups, and be like, "Are you sure, Mr. Pups, you're going to be all right on this side? Because I could stand here and help you."
Yeah, that'd be nice actually.
Okay, so he kind of like offers his hand so that he can hold you one way and then hope that somebody can help the other side.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who would be there.
I'll hold out my quarterstaff the other way.
Okay, cool. So let's do this with advantage then, please. Actually, no, it'd be normal because you're poisoned at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
20!
Yay! Yeah, so you kind of like you take one step and then you twist and then you twist up against you. You do like 2 steps and you're off. The other side, like, ugh. And then you look across and Raina's on the other side, looking pristine. And that's correct, as I'm going to use one of my DM disadvantages here because I want him to fall in. So, all right, so, yeah, cocky Raina is going to do a little roll. Let's have a look. Where is he? I've got him here somewhere. There he is. Never remember. All right, so let's do a acrobat. Oh, he's got really good acrobatics. So there's disadvantage. Oh, 18. Oh, okay.
Hit the first
So
one.
he kind of like almost skips across and his toe catches the top of one of the horses that's on the edge of the thing. But then his stumble allows him to almost bounce off the other side and he lands perfectly. Leans down, presses a button, gets the rod up and hands it back to Baggi. Well, either way, we're all going to have to get dirty anyway. As he kind of looks towards the rushing water as it's going through into the darkness.
Yeah, might be nice, Raina, if you helped us out a little and got your hands dirty next time.
My apologies, yes. I seem to be forgetful. It's almost as if the gods have forgotten to give me a reason or purpose to do anything. And suddenly he turns, he pulls his sword out and turns and aims it down just next to you. As this tiny little red kobold stands there, frozen solid. And he's like, "Stop!" And then the tiny kobold just goes, as you see Craig of the red sort of stood behind you.
Oh.
This is one of Agnew's kids.
And he's like got this sword like here. And he's like, "Halt!"
Pups grabs the sword
And so just pushes it out of the way.
quite forcefully.
And he
I
sort of runs towards you and sort of grabs hold of your leg.
Now, what are you doing down here?
I thought I could be a hero.
You want to be a hero?
There.
And what does being a hero look like?
And he kind of like looks down and he's got a small club. And on the club he's got the thumping tongue bloodstone on the club. It means being strong and not quiet.
That's not what it means at all. There's many different. No, there's loads of different ways to be a hero. And look, do I look like strong and brave right now? Look at me. I'm covered in poop.
And he goes, "Yeah, you do."
Yeah. Now, you see Big Phatts over there, right?
And he looks up and it's clear that he can't look at Big Phatts very well, because I think Pups, you know that he's got so much love for Big Phatts
Mm-hmm.
that he can't actually look at him out of Starfright almost.
Phatts lights the cigar.
So, you know, Big Phatts used to be a soldier, right?
No.
He was a soldier. He was a really well-decorated, brave soldier. But he fought all the way on the front lines against the baddies, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he couldn't have done it without the relief soldiers, the ones who make sure that we're not followed and make sure that the messages get back to the base if we ever get in trouble, right? Yeah, so that is what we need right now. We need you to have a secret mission to go back to Black Star Lane, and if there's any trouble, here, take this. And Pups like reaches into his pocket and takes out one of the blue gems that we've been following, and is like, and puts it in his hands. Like, this is called a sending stone. So if we need anything, we're going to tell you, and then you can bring the whole of Black Star Lane to come and save us. It's a very secret mission. Are you brave enough?
Yeah, but I can't remember how to get back.
I say we keep him.
And he looks up and it's like, I the thought of being able to stay with you guys.
Keep him. What? So we have
clean.
two.
I can carry stuff.
Can you fight?
Yeah. He's sort of like,
Pups is just holding him, going,
Hey there, little one. You know what we used to do when we were fighting and we were scared?
what?
We used to smoke. Here you go.
And he hands him the cigar.
Oh, how did that taste?
It tasted great.
Tasted great, huh?
And he
Well,
tries. He sort of bums it a bit. The smoke comes out and he's like, dragon.
yeah, dragon, that's right. And I'll tell you what, you stay with us, you keep a lookout for anything scary, and you just smoke that little cigar there and keep quiet, all right?
And he sort of like goes,
And
and he puts it in his mouth, the same sort of place that you have yours.
Hey,
but
look at you, you're a little Phatts.
Oh,
And by this time, the cigar's gone out, but he doesn't know, so he's just gonna have the cigar in his mouth as he kind of like looks over, and he looks out at the water, looks at his cigar, and he's like, "Is it gonna get wet?" And he puts it in his mouth, and then climbs up onto your shoulder, Big Phatts, and then does his lookout.
Right, is school over then? Because even for the kids of Black Star, this is a shithole for school.
And he turns around and goes,
Can we go?
"Shh."
He's going to get right on my wick ears if he carries on like that.
you wanted him to stay.
Listen, Craig, it's down to me that you stay and relax, all right? Fucking kids, man.
He whispers in Big Phat's ear, and goes, "Is she always so mean?"
Yeah, she is, and you know why? Because she doesn't smoke.
Gotcha. And he goes back to his lookout.
great. Cool. So set up a babysitting service. Shall we continue on?
Yeah. I think that took everything, or last bit of Pups' energy reserves to try and like hold himself up to have this conversation with this kid. And now he's like, I
think the adrenaline of like dealing with this problem has got you out of your poison.
Oh yeah? Am I out of it?
Out of your poison. But we're going to do some more checks in a bit, so you never know. So you start moving towards this hole and sort of the rushing sound of the water. As you kind of go, and there's a couple of steps that kind of make your way down. So you don't need to do any sliding on the angle because I'm not that mean. But there are some steps, Baggi.
Oh,
Ooh. Oh.
Oh.
And you kind of make your way down safely. I think you go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, like 3, 4, 5.
All right. So, what is the kind of order that you're walking down? Like, who's in the front, who's in the back?
I'll go up front again unless anyone else wants to. I'm feeling a bit better.
Yeah, I imagine I'm behind Pups.
Yes. And then I think Raynar goes then behind you, Baggi.
Keep the Lord in the middle.
And
Yeah.
then do you want to put Big Phatts and then Oshi, or Oshi then Big Phatts?
Big Fast and Oshi?
Okay, cool. Big Phatts and Oshi. Great. So you kind of make your way down, and it starts becoming very narrow. As you guys sort of come into sort of a very small, sort of 5-foot tube of water. The water is about a foot deep as you sort of slosh through it. So it becomes difficult terrain as you go. You can kind of see Pups just in front of you. I think you might be able to see this. Let's have a quick check. No, you can't. Okay, so it sort of goes into the darkness in front of you. As you're all in single file, it's the only way to get across. I think the ceiling is just about scraping on the top of Big Phatts' head. So what's that? 7 foot? Are you 7 foot? I think I can't remember what you are now. 6 something.
I think so. 6'3".
Okay, so I think is Baggi bigger? Is Baggi taller than you?
Hang on 1 sec. That would be
Because this will be a
epic.
great story point if Baggi is taller than you.
Where is... Oh, no, 6'3".
Oh, you're the
level.
Same height. You're the same height.
Same height.
So both of you are like this, sort of like hunched over slightly. And then it means that Craig is sort of lying across your shoulder a little bit, but he keeps flipping around to look at the back and then flipping around to the front to look at the front, flipping around to look at the back.
Make a funny face at Archie. He's
He
gonna
turns-
love it.
And he turns around and like, it's the back. Oh yeah, oh she's the right. And he turns around and goes,
Well done, little Phatts. Well done.
Oh, little Phatts.
He loves being called Little Phatts, bless him. All right, so you kind of like moving along this corridor, and you guys are sloshing your way through. As you're sloshing through.
Trying to keep an eye as best I can for any traps or anything, any signs on the walls.
Okay, so there's no more signs on the walls that you can see,
Okay.
and you can't see under the water because of the amount of shit and dirt that's there.
Uh-huh.
But you're sloshing your way through. All of you are kind of making all the noise you can by sloshing forward.
Mm.
And I think, Pups, you begin to see something clearing. Yep, just about in your horizon.
Mm-hmm.
You begin to see something. As you see what looks like a circular column, and it looks as if the water goes around it.
Can I see from there any details from it? Do you want me to roll perception?
Let's say, do a perception check for me, please.
20.
You can see this is maybe a central hub for the waterways. It might be that something is coming from the north and the south. But that's all you can get from where you are as you kind of like stop the group.
There's like some sort of junction or something up here. I can't quite make it out, but let's go a bit slower here, all right? Maybe get that rod back out in case we have to jab it in the ground or something. Don't want to get washed away again.
Great. Yeah, Baggi just pulls the rod out and hands the rod to Pups.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep a hold and then start slowly sloshing through until I can see something
Okay.
a bit clearer.
So you slosh your way through, nice and noisy.
Mm-hmm. Slosh, slosh, slosh.
Slosh, slosh, slosh. So you come up towards this thing, And you can now see. Let me just check. Yeah, you now, with that perception of 20, I'll keep it going. You see that there is an arrow hole. Just on the opposite side of the waterway.
Okay.
And you can see that there is an arrow head sticking out of it. And it's sort of swinging side to side. I'm just going to do a quick check for him, actually. Oh, hang on. I need to see if he has sight.
What, as if I can see someone holding a bow doing that?
Yeah.
Eek.
It doesn't seem as if they've seen you,
Okay.
but they seem to be, like, aiming.
Okay.
As Rainer sort of comes up, and I'm just going to do a quick check with him. As he comes up, behind you, Oshi, and you didn't even hear him, and he sort of taps you on the shoulder. He's like, I think we can be quieter.
Oshi whispers to Craig, tell Big Phatts we need to be quieter.
He goes, the nasty lady said we have to be quieter.
You don't listen to a word she says, okay?
Okay! And he sort of shouts out, it's like, okay.
No.
As that arrow sort of like, shump, and you see it aims directly down towards you. You just about see it, I think, Pups, from where you are. Yeah, very, very just about sees it. I'm going to just quickly check. No, he still can't see you, but he can hear the sound. Yeah, and that's kind of all we get at the moment.
Okay. I speak into the. I sort of look over to Baggi and also speak into the sending stone. Say, in a whisper, Archer directly in front of me.
Do you want to do a stealth check for me? Because that's I think that's part of being quiet.
Oh, it's a 12.
Yeah, you're not overly quiet about it. You think you're quiet,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not overly quiet about it.
Baggi doesn't say anything, but just kind of just kind of indicates to go down into the water, thinking that might maybe dull some of the slooshing noise.
Well, like commando crawl.
Well, kinda. I mean, it depends. How deep is the water? How deep is your love? Sorry.
I think it's not too bad. It's about a foot and a half.
Can we get past each other in this?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Remember that you're going to be, when we start combat, if we start combat, you're already in difficult terrain, so that would be really hard to get past each other. But yes, you can move around, you can get past each other.
Okay, so then I say into the sending stone, Oshi, do you want to come and take a shot?
Oshi lightly knocks on Big Phatts.
Yeah, hello, who's there?
You and your little friend need to shut up because there's an archer about to get us.
All right, noted.
And Phatts is going to take his cape thing that he's wearing, the illusion cape, and he's going to take the bottoms of it and tie it around his neck so he's got a bag on his back. And he's going to go,
Hey, little Phatts, maybe get off my shoulder and get into the little satchel that I've got on my back, okay?
And he's like, shh, and sinks in. And he's sort of like a little Joey, like curled up inside.
Oh, that's Joey.
And tell Oshi that she's looking good in the sewer.
And he goes, Big Phatts says you look like a bumhole.
And Oshi just whispers to herself, you can't hurt children. You can't hurt children. And she says she slides past Big Phatts just to try and get in front of him. So she has a clearer shot.
Okay, cool. So you get past. Okay, to there, and you're just behind Baggi.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think from there you can see. I think you can see. No, you can't see it yet from where you are.
I'm going to take one step forward. But I'm going to do so. If you're prone, are you literally lying on the ground? I can't be crouched.
Yeah, but remember how big you are. And in a foot of water, you're going to be
No,
swimming
drowning. Okay.
and
But
drowning.
then also, I guess I don't need to be prone for Oshi to shoot over me then, right?
No, you're way short.
Okay, so I'm going to take one step forward.
Okay.
Quietly.
Baggy's going to sort of crouch to the side as well.
Actually,
I'm
no,
gonna
I'm going to take your stealth from last. No, do stealth.
Okay. All the 12s.
They're listening.
Yep. They're now intensely. They're sort of like it just sort of sits there for a while. Nothing happens when you take a step forward.
Okay, I lift up my hand and just gesture forwards.
Oshi's going to squeeze around Baggi.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to hold a dart until Oshi shoots.
Okay. And from there, Oshi, I don't think you can see it.
I can see the circle with somebody in it, but only a little bit. So that
You imagine that it's like the arrow hole is like about an inch and a half. So you can give it a go, but I'm going to be taking like a 3/4 cover, so that's like a +5 to the AC.
Oh, it's like a turret.
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's literally got like an arrow hole, and there's an arrow sticking out of it.
Oshi says to Pups, we all need to get further down and spread out.
Okay.
Oshi gestures for everyone to follow.
Okay, who's going forward? Who's the front?
I'll carry on.
Okay.
Are we
cool.
going sneaky or are we going Russian? Sneaking still?
Oh, we can rush him if you want.
So either way, you take a step forward.
Mm-hmm.
As this short bow, this arrowhead gets fired at you.
Okay.
16.
Miss.
As it misses next to you, and as you can just hear the attack as we go into initiative.
Yeah!
Okay, guys. Great. All right. So you've just had one arrow fired at you so far. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's do the goblin. You also, Pups, that they shouted attack in goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that what we all rolled in? Oh, hang on. Who do I need to roll for?
Never
Layla. There we go.
Do some fucking work.
Craig?
Great.
Should we put Craig in?
Oh my god, I'm not putting Craig in. No.
You know, be happy with the little dagger. People wouldn't suspect him.
Alrighty. Okay, so the goblin's going to take another shot at you, Pups.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to use 21.
Ooh, that hits, yeah.
And it hits for 6 piercing as this arrow kind of flies out of nowhere. And then the other things are going to do their thing. And I'm going to hold that one. Great. Oshi.
Oshi is going to see if she can move forward and hide.
Okay, cool.
Will she be able to hide in that round thing?
See where you're going to hide. Okay, if you go somewhere, and then we'll go from there. So you're in difficult terrain, so you can move 15 feet. I'll let you get past Pups because he's little. Fury of the small.
I don't know. Okay, she's gonna move to. I can only move to there, can't I? That's
Yeah.
15.
Oh, sorry, give me 1 second. Just want to check something. So you move to there.
Is that a pillar?
It is a big pillar in front of you, yes. As you move to there, another arrow shot comes through. You've got half cover, so I'm going to add 2 to your AC, okay?
Yeah.
As another shot comes in and misses you. As you see, there is another arrow hole just next to you on this side. And through it, you can see that there's another goblin.
And are they wooden doors or are they just arrow holes?
They're just arrow holes. So you imagine like taking 2 bricks and like taking out 1 brick.
Okay.
And then that's what they're firing out of.
And are they maybe 3 foot from the ground, do you think?
Yeah, I'd say about that. I'd also say that you can see from there, you can see there's a bank on this side. I think you can anyway, let's check. Yeah. So you can see there's a bank over here. And a small door as well. That you think you could probably get to, but it's quite far knowing the sloshing that you're in at the moment.
Oshi's going to use her, I don't know, I guess this would be a bonus action to dash and then my action to hide.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, so she's going to dash to the bank here and then try and hide there from those 2. Well, they can't see her now, can they?
Exactly, see, I'm going to say you're hidden.
Yeah, so yeah, cool. And then that's the end of my turn. For now.
Okay, great. Okay, good. So you get out of the water and you're now on the bank. Fantastic. Okay. Rayna's going to kind of come through, so it's going to be 5, 10, 15. And that's as far as he can do on this turn, I think, because he was quite far back. Yeah, and that's what he can do at the moment. Okay, Baggi.
Baggi is also going to move forward to about there. And here she can see where the arrows come from.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she has seen where the arrows have come, anyway, the direction they came from. So, question, is it full of methane down here?
No, we've established that because of the torch that Big
Oh, the
Phatts
torch.
has. So we've
Okay,
established that that's
excellent.
fine.
So, in that case, she's... Oh, is she gonna do that? Yeah, no, actually, she's not. She's gonna fire a crossbow in that general direction, just as like a warning shot.
Okay. So do you know where you're aiming?
Around here, I imagine. Oh wait,
Okay.
let me click again.
So you will currently do this with disadvantage. Do you want to use all your
Yeah.
advantages to bring up to normal?
Yeah, actually, I am gonna use one of my advantages.
Great. So
Oh,
this is also
guy.
it's also got a 3/4 cover, so I'm going to add 5 to this AC.
Okay, so 20.
It meets, it hits. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So see what you do. So like you fire it through, like you hear this. Oh, bugger! As it kind of like slams into his cheekbone, and he takes 3 piercing damage through the gap of the hole.
And when Baggi hears out bugger, she literally goes, "Yes, it worked." Not expecting it to work at thrilled. And that's
Nice.
all Baggi's gonna do.
Okay. So Pups, you now have a chance to attack.
Okay, and the other arrow came from the south, right?
Literally, now that you look, you can see that there's like another arrow sticking out of here.
Okay, cool.
So they kind of got you covered all the way around.
And how big's the arrow hole?
That brick.
Okay.
You can't really see how deep it is until you get closer.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go up to here.
Mhm.
What do I see?
So you kind of like stick your head up and you see this arrow sticking out of another goblin. He's sort of shouting in curse words that you haven't heard since you were like younger. As it's sort of like fumbling to get its new arrow, and it sort of goes to kind of pick it up and sees you.
Can I reach him from there?
I reckon you could, but I think I'm going to take the cover from it as well. So you're kind of like trying to punch through a hole, essentially.
What about with a quarterstaff?
I'm going to still do the same thing. I think it's going to have some cover. But you're welcome to use your advantages if you want to use them.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn my advantage to hit them with a crossbow.
All right, cool. Oh, with a crossbow, disadvantage. Oh no, quarterstaff. Okay, fine. Yes.
Sorry, yeah, quarterstaff is what I meant. Yeah.
Yep,
Sorry, I'm
so that
still
hits.
dehydrated.
That hits.
For 8.
Great. And what does he say in Goblin when he falls to the ground?
He makes some very non-PC suggestions about my mother and father being related.
Okay.
Oh.
It sounds like- but all that's come from a dunk. As you cracked him on the head. You are now there. Anything else you want to do? I think you've used the movement you can do
I've
so
got
far.
40, so I use one. Oh yeah, so I use that. Am I blocked from the?
other dude. Can
the
you
other
see
one?
him? Can you see him?
No.
Then you're fine because you're sort of directly away from him. If you imagine the 2 arrow holes are sort of facing each other,
Yeah.
but the sort of cylinder or the column is
Yeah.
sort of blocking them essentially.
I'm gonna bonus action hide just in case.
Cool. Get you hidden.
Just think into this. I'm hidden.
Yep.
Great.
Okay, Big Phatts. You're right at the back.
Are there any rats swimming in this water? Can I look for one?
Yeah, you can do look for one. Can I ask what you're trying to do? Because then, like, we'll see what we can go from there.
The plan is to find a rat, catch a rat, throw a rat.
All right.
To try and, like, you know, if they're trigger happy, they'll waste an arrow shooting at a flying rat.
Gotcha. So let's do a perception check. 'Cause I think you'll be on this one. You'll be able to see it and catch it. That's kind of the plan today.
12.
12.
Probably quite low.
And I think you can see one, but what I'm going to do here is going to put the disadvantage on the sleight of hand to catch it.
Great.
So it's almost like it's slightly too far away.
Right. 3.
Oof. So you kind of go for it, and it's sort of like you can catch it, feel its tail go between your fingers, and it just swims away.
Rats.
You have you have movement, but I think that's what you have.
No, I'm staying put. I've got a kid on my back. I'm not risking getting shot.
I'm a papa now. Okay, so all right, so you stayed where you are. Okay, so the goblins, and what you hear sounds like an alarm or a whistle or something like that, as it echoes out around. That's what the goblin does. Okay, so I'm just gonna start going to some more people.
Oh no, some more people.
Come
More
on, let's do
people.
this. Let's do this.
Ah.
Grumshaw. Let's do Zemk.
Let's use these bums.
I'm gonna use an advantage on Zemk actually for my initiative.
Not you.
19 plus, and then do another one. Okay,
Did you just use 2 advantages?
No, just one of them.
Okay.
So Zemk is 19. Great, and I think the other dude, which I'm going to stay with, he's not that worried. Great. Okay, so we're back up to the turning order. So we go to Oshi.
So Oshi is hidden right now, and there's
you
a
can
door
see-
behind her. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. You can see there's a door behind you.
And she has just heard the alarm go off. So putting 2 and 2 together, she assumes people are going to come through this small door.
Okay.
So she's going to move 15. 1, 2, 3. She's going to move to here. Hide. Should I do that now?
Yep.
Is that stuff?
Let's do a stealth.
23.
Yep, so you're hidden from everybody that's there.
and she's gonna ready an arrow for the first person that comes out of the door.
Out of this door here.
Yeah.
Great. So you're sort of like waiting
Yeah.
in the darkness.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
cool. Okay. So this dude's gonna come 5 to there. Okay. Baggi.
Oh, okay. Baggy's gonna move forward, and Baggy wants to kind of scope out the environment a little bit more.
Mhm.
So is looking for anything on the walls, any signs of any doorways, anything that might be vaguely useful
Okay, cool.
to basically helping. So should I roll perception?
Yes, please.
Okay. Dan, how many advantages do I have?
You currently have 3.
Okay, I think. Do I risk it? No, I'm gonna use one of the advantages on this. It's important. 24.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So
nice.
where you are, you cannot see any secret,
Oh,
what looks like secret doors or anything like that. However, you do think to yourself, God, if I had a place like this, I would have a secret door somewhere.
oh damn. Okay. So there
Sorry.
is a secret door somewhere.
It's literally, you just chose the wrong spot to look. It's so annoying.
No, that's so annoying. So still has that inkling. Okay, because that inkling is still there. Oh poo. Oh, I don't know. Okay, she's gonna move in. It'll be easier for everyone else. And she's gonna, oh no, I'm definitely in the line of fire. She's gonna come to there because that's as far as she can go, and that is all she's gonna do.
Okay, cool. So Raina's gonna go 5, 10. Okay, 15 to here, and he's gonna try and hit his rapier through the hole at the goblin. So he's going to do his first attack. Okay, so this is with a. So I'm going to use advantage for myself on this one, and it is half, 3/4 cover. So it's +5, so I need to hit 20. First one misses. Second one hits for 6 piercing. As he kind of like, boom, and he goes like, you little shit, and it sort of like hits him in the eye. And he looked, and like from the sounds of it, he sounds awful. And then finally, he's going to do attack with his dagger.
Nice.
And I'm going to use
Getting
advantage on this.
involved.
Oh! As he puts his hands through, and he yanks, and you can see this head like pop out of the arrow hole, like this. And then he literally like just grabs hold of it and just sticks his knife under its chin, just pushes up, and, like, oof, and then pulls back, and it just goes through the jaw. And the guy's,
Oof.
and he sort of cleans off his dagger.
That got an oof from Oshi.
As he kind of looks around and so, sorry, so cleans off the knife. Okay, Pups.
Pups is looking at that and going, "Where was this before?" And where is the alarm seeming to come from? Is it everywhere?
The alarm's now stopped. I think the alarm was coming from that goblin that he's just pulled through. So it's now gone quiet again.
Okay, so taking a lead out of Oshi's book. How deep did you say this water is?
About a foot and a half.
So what I'd like to do is I'd like to take the rod and jam it into this passageway just between me and Baggi in the water, so anyone who comes charging through falls over it.
Okay, to the north. Yeah, that's cool. So you just like stick a rod down.
Stick it in there in the water and then go back and hide again.
Okay, cool. But I think you tell Baggi
Yeah.
that it's there. I just wanted to put that in just in case.
Secret door to the north.
And you hide. There is nobody around you, so you hide. Okay. I think I'm going to go through until the end of this turn order, and then I might come out of turn order for a little while. So, Big Phatts.
Phatts is conscious of little Phatts in his backpack, and is just gonna go,
Hey there, little Phatts. There's some bad people ahead of us. What do you think we should do?
We could hit them and then steal their stuff.
Yeah, that's a real good idea. Okay, well, I'm gonna move up a little bit, so you keep yourself a little bit concealed, okay? Because you're the strongest of them all. We don't want to scare them off.
And then you're silent, and you just feel it like shaking, like he's nodding.
All right.
and Phatts will just move a little bit closer to here, and then he'll go into dodge.
Okay, cool. Okay, so this dude is going to hold. Okay, cool. I'm going to come out of turn order there. Okay, so I think maybe we should have a little break there as you kind of got past the first defensive position of this lair.
It's taken us a century down here. I know we're slow moving through dungeons, but...
So you sort of like got your way through. Oh, so here we are. So, oh my word, little Craig, eh? Little bugger.
Little Craig.
Little Craig, little
Fat. Oh.
Little Phatts. What a little bugger.
So beautiful.
Oh. So so now you're kind of like, you've got past that first part of the door. However, the alarm has been set off, and you kind of know what that means. I think your characters will know that you now need to be super duper careful, as whoever's in here is now going to be ready for you in some way. Great. All right, so we're going to take a little break there for about five minutes or so. I think we are getting closer and closer to our goals. We've had a couple more follows today as well, which was great. A couple more subs as well. So we had a new follow from. Let's have a quick look. I'm going to say, is it Celeriac?
Celeriac, that's a great name.
It's like Caelryck. I'm going to go with Celeriac.
Yeah.
So thank you for following us. As we're going to come back, we're going to have a little bit of a good word from our good friends over at Buck, and then we'll come back and we'll continue squelching through what we're going to call Oshi's favourite environment. All right, so we'll see you guys. So see you guys in a little bit, and grab yourself a drink. And we'll see you in a sec.
Big love.
Bye.
See ya.
Who is responsible for this outrageous atrocity? Ta-ta! is responsible for this outrageous atrocity? Ta-ta!
Here we go.
Like 20 times better.
Oh my god, we keep dancing whenever that advert comes on.
Ta-ta!
Ta-ta! Welcome back. I really hope you've got yourself some drinks. And Mama Thorpe has opened up another bottle of gin. God, I love my mama. She is the best. Got new bottles of vodkas open. We got teas going. This is great news.
Some cream
Really,
soda
really
on the
happy.
go.
Oh, cream
Yeah,
soda.
cream soda, so
Wow.
good, fancy,
Fancy, proper fancy. That is.
proper like.
Fancy.
Oh wow! So yeah, I've refilled my standard pint. Let's see what everyone's drinking. We haven't done that for a while, so let's have a look. So Rob, what are you drinking this evening?
I am drinking some single malt Islay whiskey, or Islay. How's it? Islay?
Eiley.
Islay whiskey. It's from Lidl. 16 quid for I think a 700ml. It's delicious. This one, very peaty, very smoky, gets you pished, and it's wonderful. Highly recommend it. Go to your local Lidl now. Get 2 bottles. Send one to me.
So let me just get this straight. Your character wants everyone to start smoking, and Rob wants everyone to start drinking. Okay.
I like to create characters that are as far apart from me as possible.
I was talking to Bevans, and Bevan was just like, I'm going to start putting a warning on the chat every time the big fat says smoke. And I'm gonna ask Bevans to put her message, her public service announcement out as soon as you can, Bevans.
I don't know why there's a part of me that thinks it's gas making kids smoke cigarettes, but I don't know. But I think this is the only situation that I can get away with it.
Gold in your fantasy realm.
Gab's going to be stealing ice cream off them, and I'll be handing them a box of fags in replacement.
Excellent.
Yeah, really, really nice. Okay, well, we'll go to Gabby then. Gabby, what are you drinking at the moment?
Oh, I'm drinking Roundtree's Summer Fruits single concentrate. I just finished the double concentrate. It's fruity. There's notes of raspberry and strawberry, and doesn't get you pissed. But tastes yummy.
So we got the non-drinking equivalent of a beautiful drink to have.
You can put vodka in it though. I've done that a lot of times, and that's
Squashka. Oh my god, Squashka's the best. We kind of played with that during Boomtown about 4 years ago with Lucy and Joe Ardell, of course, and it was Squashka, and it was just it's horrible, but it's brilliant. But you know, having summer fruits is a great way to have a drink that is not alcoholic. Nicely done. Okay, well, Evie, I guarantee that you'll have an alcoholic drink.
I do. I'm actually double parked with my drink choices tonight. I have got some orange juice in a tequila can, and I have some prosecco in a wine glass. The prosecco was opened on Friday, so it's very. It's very winey, it's very flat, and it's in a wine glass. So
I really enjoy the way the classiness of a deconstructed, what's it called? Baby, what's it called when it's orange juice and champagne? What's that called?
Oh yeah,
Mimosa.
If this was
Deconstructed.
remotely fizzy, that would now go in there, but that is just going to ruin the now wine. So that's what I'm drinking tonight, because I didn't want to buy any more alcohol because it was a heavy weekend. So there we go.
Oh, I really love that. Stuart's just said Phatts is telling everyone to smoke salmon, not cigars.
Nice.
Smoke salmon, everybody.
No,
Bucks
just to be
Fizz.
clear, it's definitely
That's the one.
cigars.
That's the one I wanted to know. Bucks Fizz. Thank you, Darren. Yeah, so that's exactly what it is. Deconstructed Bucks Fizz.
Exactly.
Mr. Burman, are you drinking this evening?
I'm on my normal routine of coffee for the first half and water for the second half. And I was realizing I was sat with this the other day, today actually, and I was like, why has that got a dent in it? And I remembered it was after the Saturday night at Boomtown last time we were there, where I like filled it up at the standpipe and then had like nowhere to put it before I went in the shower. So literally just went and just threw it, like threw it onto the ground. No one will pick that up, and it went straight over and went dunk straight off the thing. And it's now got a permanent little dent reminder.
No, we all have a permanent little dent.
Very ruined I was.
So did you say you had a shower?
Yes.
God, I never shower at Boomtown.
Oh,
What?
no.
We know, Joe.
Best time.
We know.
Best time. 6:30. I woke up at like 6:30 every day at Boomtown. Apart from the last day where I didn't sleep. But every day at 6:30, wide awake with the sun, went for a shower, and it was hot and it was lovely. It was so good.
I
think
had
because
two a
of-
day.
I think
I
it's
had two
because
a day.
I think because I go back to like the original Boomtowns, there's just no showers. There was never a shower. Like you're lucky if there's a toilet.
It's proper
traditionalist.
camping that. Yeah.
I still
Back in my
do.
day.
I still do like bottle wash.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Baby wipes, bottle wash.
yeah, festival
Bottle
shower,
wash.
baby wipes.
What do you need?
Oh no, I do bottle wash because I don't think baby. No, yeah, no. That's disgusting.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I just bottle washes all the time, so that's cool. But yeah, I just don't know. I remember doing the first Boomtown, and I think the only toilets that were actually in the UNICEF sort of volunteers section.
Right.
No other toilets.
Like emergency relief.
Yeah, that was it.
Only when things are dire can you actually go to a bathroom.
Now they've got the bougie non-chemical toilets.
I know they're brilliant.
Like,
They are
you make
so good.
top.
And they literally they'd have to other festivals make you pay extra for it, but they're just like, no, they're everywhere because they're fucking excellent and they're the best.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I, for one, am very glad that because we're out of that particular section of the dungeon, the shit talk has finished, guys. We've moved on. We've gone highbrow. Growth.
all right.
Here at Deep Mallrats.
So we've
What
got.
are you drinking, Joe?
What am I drinking? Classic.
Get in.
Get
Pint of
in.
diesel.
Always.
Power juice.
Power juice. Iron in it. It's got iron in it. Okay, so great. So you guys are in this layer, this crazy layer. You've just got past the two defensive positions, and some of you have managed to step out of the water. So Oshisota, Yuanti Pureblood Rogue, has managed to get onto the bank and is sort of aiming towards the door, which is where Pups is also there. No, he's not. Further down, we see Pups, Goblin Monk, is sort of still at the hole itself, but looking down towards Oshi. But you both can't see each other, which I think is great. Baggi, our artificer, half orc, is around the corner on the pillar. And then we've also got Rainier, the Neverember Lord, who has just murderized a goblin. And Big Phatts, also known as Papa Big Phatts, is still at the back with Little Phatts, or Craig of the Red, inside his little pouch at the back. There could be more than just rats in the water. Mama Thorpe, do not give me ideas. Do not give me ideas.
Mama Thorpe. Oh.
So, you know that the alarm has been sounded at some point, but now has gone silent. As you kind of figure that this might be a time for you to get a little wiggle on.
Baggi wants to do another check for a secret door because she's convinced there must be something.
Do you want to move around? You're roughly where you were before when you made another check. So maybe
that's true. Looking at the layout, I think she wants to go south.
Okay, let's go south then.
So excuse me, Rena. She's gonna head down here a little bit to about here because there's a door to the north, east, south, west, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a door over here.
Which
to
you
the
can
west.
see.
Yeah. So you want to check there? All right. Let's
Yeah.
do a perception check then, please.
Come on. Be good.
Oh,
20.
Nice. You see something that was a little bit suspect over here.
Ooh. Okay. She's going to cautiously come forward and just sort of start by just gently like feeling the wall.
Okay. Let's do an investigation check, please.
Or she really wanted to go boo, but she went.
Oh yeah, because she has no idea you're there.
Okay.
Oh,
You
it's
can't seem
11.
to find the seam. You think something's there, but you can't figure out how to kind of get this thing, if it's openable or what. You just see that there's a suspect seam, but you can't seem to find a way to get in, unfortunately. You then
Okay.
put your hand into your pocket. What tools have you got? You got any decent tools you could use right now?
I've got a couple of things I could use.
You got any-
I
you
have
got
got.
any mason's tools.
I've got. What have I got? I've got artisans' tools, and I think I've got tinker's tools as well. Thieves' tools. I've got.
Okay. I was hoping
Got a
for some sort of-
crowbar.
Yeah. I mean, you could try and open it that way. But I think it's going to be. But I don't think you can figure out even if it's a door at this stage.
Okay.
So unfortunately not, I'm afraid. So
Yeah.
you look back at the door to the west near Pups, and I think Raina kind of comes over to the dry as well. It's just like, oh, he sort of stamps his feet and tries to get his feet warm.
Baggi is gonna call over to Reynard to tell him to get out of the way of that door.
And he does. He takes a step and he's like, he almost like does it almost like a symbol, like a hand gesture.
Yeah.
And he kind of shifts out of the way.
Can I see Oshi now? Because I'm right next to her. Is
No.
she still hiding? She's still hiding.
So,
Brilliant.
actually, with that 20, what would you hide? Yeah, no, she's still hiding. She's in the shadow. She had a 23, so
I
you
love
can't
the
see her.
glee.
With the 20, and with the investigation on the door, did I notice if there was any like tiny little hole, like small, almost kobold size something that might
No,
might
it's
be
like
able to be
a
done?
it's really clean seam, and that's the thing is that you can see that there's some sort of seam, but you can't figure out how to open it from there. Does that make
from
sense?
there? Yeah. Okay.
You found something, Baggy?
Yeah, there seems to be something here, but I don't know how.
I'm gonna
Or-
punch it.
by all means, you can try. I mean, we don't know what's on the other side, but
Well, can't be worse than the rest of this shit we're waiting in.
Let me
then
just check.
Big
let me
Phatts,
check the
be my
numbers.
guess.
All right, I'm going to check the numbers on it just so I know what to aim for. Okay. All right, I think I know what the number is. All right.
Great.
Okay, so big facts, you go for an attack.
Yes, I'd like to use one of my advantages, please.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it as an athletics.
Okie dokie.
We'll go back to roll numbers so we can see it.
That was the first advantage donated to us by Red Panda Gamer.
Yay!
Yay! Thanks, Red Panda.
Thank you. I love red pandas.
Oh!
Oh, that's
Yeah.
So literally, you turn back and it's like, it's like, you like slam into the wall itself. I'm just going to get rid of the line, and you smash through this wall. I'm gonna see if I can get rid of it. Nope, that's too many S's. Too many S's. Let's have a look. Can I get rid of it? Are you guys just seeing a line there at the moment? No, it's
We
open.
can do like a
yeah.
little
See
room.
It's
that
like a little
doorway?
room.
Oh god, I've
rectangle.
just moved the entire map. Okay,
Oh no.
good. Yeah, you see there's a tiny room on the other side as you kind of smash through the wall with so much noise, like all all the stuff falls into the water. Splash, 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 splash.
I really enjoyed that. Thank you.
As you can see, there's another door about sort of 10, 15 feet away from you.
Well, I'd say I should go first, but I got a young'un here on my back.
I can go. But let's keep on our guard, yeah?
All right.
I'll take a... So is this a door in front?
Yes, you can
Go.
see there's a door there.
I'm going to see if it's trapped.
Okay, yeah, just do a perception check for me. Are you doing with your eyes or with your hands?
With my eyes.
With your eyes. Okay, cool.
Double nines.
Yeah, no, that door looks safe.
Sweet. Let's open the door.
Oh, God.
Okay. So you go to open the door.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see kind of this large kind of room as you step forward.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to step forward for me?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Good luck. All right, so you step into a room. This room looks as if it's kind of vastly empty, except for in the center of the room there is a stone pillar, which you see is carved with a small symbol, a perfect circle with like 9 equidistant spokes that are raining out towards it. You see that there's a sort of small indentation inside this hole as well. As you take another step forward, there you go, and you stand on some steps. As you look down, and you see a figure that is floating about 3 inches off the ground. It's purple skinned. It's got tentacles that are coming down from its face where its mouth is, and next to it is a small brain with feet. As it looks at you, and it sticks its arm out.
Oh, fuck.
And everything kind of goes a bit quiet for you. So I'm just going to turn the music off. Everything goes a little bit quiet as you start to hear this kind of voice kind of kick through you. Could you do a intelligence save for me, please?
Yeah. And I'm definitely going to use an advantage because Pups ain't the smartest. Oh, 18.
18.
God.
As you can hear in your head his voice, and it just says, stay where you are. Do not move. And you start to feel as if you're resisting it. And it begins to kind of come back to you and just goes, I suggest you do not attack me. Speedy one. As you see a mind flayer in front of you.
From level 2.
As it kind of like speaks towards you. You're kind of transfixed by it. As you kind of look towards it and you see the small brain next to it, and it's sort of its feet are beginning to begin to want to move, as his hand comes down and strokes the top of the brain that's on the ground. And he says, little one, looks to the brain. Deal with the problem. As he turns and starts to kind of walk and sort of floats towards this thing in the middle. I'm going to give you a chance to do something before we go into initiative.
Oh my God.
Because you resisted the dominate person.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is a level 8 enchantment spell.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I think as it sort of comes in, like as it starts to cloud Pups' mind, all of a sudden there's just like 3 chevrons in a triangle shape that just sort of like flashes up
Mm-hmm.
a couple of times, and then everything settles. And so is the brain advancing?
Nothing's moved at the moment. I'm giving you an option. I'm giving you a chance to do something before we go into initiative.
I'm going to say we mean no harm. We're looking for someone. If I have offended, I will leave.
And you hear this laughter sort of kick inside your head. And he says, I'm not going to be here long enough to worry about you. As we go into initiative, please. Right.
Oh shit!
Okay. Let's bring up.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's give himself a 17 on that roll. Let's do the intellect devourer.
So sure.
The little brain. Let's see what he does. This is such an evil little creature. Okay, that's quite nice and low. Zenok will keep where it is. Yep, okay, so we're all good. I just want to get rid of the goblin. You guys all rolled?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Raynor's going to keep his... Ah, no, he's going to roll another one. Yeah, it's another one. Okay.
Thanks, Stuart.
Fucking what?
Stuart's like, hit it, I dare you, bonus action, shit your pants. I think you'll find I did that for my action and my bonus action.
Okie dokie. So, Raynor doesn't really know what's going on, so he's going to come forward. So that's 10 feet to get past back Phatts. 15, 20, 25, 30, and gets to the door. Putting himself in a really interesting, annoying position. All right, this dude is going to come 10, 15, 20, 25 to there. Great. And then Nilo, or the Mindflayer, floats forward. And he pulls out, looks like a small, well, it's about this sort of big, like a golf, baseball sort of sized eye. And I love the way that Streamlabs is stopping Daz from saying things now. And he puts the eye into the indentation in that circle. And what you see, Pups, is what it looks like this kind of archway on the wall. Just goes... And it's like bright light kind of goes from it. As it turns to you, Pups, and says, hopefully, I'll never see you again. As it floats through the door, the porthole, as this light is now blaring out of this kind of door frame as he disappears. Leaving the intellect devourer exactly where it is, because that cool. All right, Big Phatts.
How much has Phatts heard?
Not a lot at all. Probably
Did that all
nothing.
happen in my head?
That's
It
all
just-
happened in your head.
Just heard Pups go, I'm sorry, we'll leave. Okay.
I don't even know if you heard that. But you know the doors opened up to that side, and you guys and Raynor went in. So, and Pups went in.
Right, Phatts is going in. That's 15. Can't see anything.
And he can't get past either, can we?
No. 15,
Unless you dash it.
25. Yeah, go on. He's going to dash.
So that'd be 20, 25, 30.
See that? And he's going to just move
Just to there.
to there.
Yeah, cool. So you put yourself your back to a door. I think you kind of figure out that might be the door where the goblin was. Sort of like in position.
Actually, can I retcon? I've realised that I've used my action to dash and I've still got a bonus action.
Okay.
He's going to, as he's running, he's going to slip off the little bag he has, dropping Craig to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get into the room, see the fucking floating brain, and use bonus action to go into rage.
All right, cool. So you're going to range.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All righty. Okay, Pups. Oh. Oshi, help. Oshi. 5. You're shitting me. That is like the worst roll I've ever seen. Wow.
So
Okay.
disappointed in herself.
Okay,
I
Pups.
thought we could breeze
is-
past it.
It's now your go.
Pups comes into here
Mhm.
and tries to jump with the brain with the stuff.
All right.
22
Yep, that hits.
for 6.
Nice. So you like smack it in its brain.
I just jump it on the thing and then come up with a stamp with a martial arts bonus action, unarmed
Okay.
strike. Oh, that's a 9.
Misses, and that misses, I'm afraid. All right. Anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay, cool. So,
Oh, sorry. Got excited.
okay, cool. So, the brain sort of it turns and kind of like looks at you, and it does one of its feet kind of slides out and tries to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a 19.
If I make you disadvantaged, that'll still take the 17, right?
Yeah.
Or you roll again.
That'd be 17.
Cool. And I'll hold it.
Okay, so you take
For 5.
5 slashing damage.
Mhm.
You then kind of feel something like it's like trying to push past your brain a little bit. I'm going to use my advantage here. So,
Oh,
can you do an intelligence saving throw for me, please?
yeah.
Can I disadvantage your advantage and give a straight roll?
Yeah, sure. I'll use another advantage. So,
I'll give another disadvantage then.
alright,
We can
give
play
another
this game all
advantage.
day, Joe.
All right, so we're gonna make it a straight roll. Straight roll then. Okay. So.
Okay. It's an intelligence save, yeah?
Intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh.
Oh my word! All right, so let me just say, I think it's 3d6. Okay.
Try, buddy, I tried.
Oh my good lord.
Oh, poo.
What was it?
Okay, what's your intelligence score?
0?
No, your intelligence score, not the
Oh.
modifier.
Okay. 10.
Good. All right, cool.
How did you just die?
Okay, so you're stunned.
Okay.
So firstly, you take some damage.
Mhm.
I was checking something else on that one, so you go take some damage. 2d10.
Mhm. Oh.
Okay, so you take 7 psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Also on a failure, takes it equals 60. Scores to 0. Target stunned. Okay, so you're now stunned. But you don't lose any other problems because there were some serious problems with that. As it swipes at you. Great. Let's move on to Baggi.
Okay, Baggi
Oh,
desperately,
rough, guys.
really intrigued by what's behind the secret door that she really wanted to open. She's going to cross through the water, so I assume to cross this is actually 10 of my movement. So 15, 20, 25, 30 to here.
Yep.
Sees the brain, freaks out, immediately grabs for the old faithful lighter and casts Fireball. Also, as she pushes past, she literally pushes past Raynor, like physically. Just like, get up there.
Get out of the way.
Why are you here? Kapowie! It's a 12. I should have used an advantage.
It
Does
meets
that
it
hit?
hits. It meets it hits.
Oh, it does. Hooray. For 6.
Nice. As this kind of fireball like kind of flies across and hits onto the brain, sizzling, like the smell of like brain juice sort of frying in the air sort of like comes through. As you see, I think Pups, you see like bubbles appearing all over the brain. Okay, great. Anything else you want to
Nice. No, not right now.
do? Okay, Oshi.
Oshi moves in behind Raynor and says down, hoping that Baggi and Raynor get down.
Yep, they get down.
She then fires off her short
bit
bow
of
at the
time.
brain.
Can you see it from them?
Yeah. Oh my god. I miss.
Yeah, you definitely miss. Yeah, you definitely miss.
And so how many? 10. Oh yeah, 15. And then she has a look for Craig. Can I do a perception check to see if I can see the bebe?
Yeah, the bag is literally under your feet.
Oh, okay then. Great. So
I think
she's
that's roughly where you dropped it, wasn't it, Big Phatts? Yeah. So he's literally down, and he is terrified. He's sort of like this inside. Sort of actually the realities of being here is now scaring shit out of him.
So Oshi's gonna go down and like scoop him behind her, and just lay a hand on him, but she's down like near him.
And he just turns and he puts his head into your shoulder and just hugs. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay, he's going to go here and hold his action. Okay.
Who is that?
So Raina. Raina's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. Can't quite get the flanking he wants, but I'm going to use one of my advantages. I've got any advantages left, mate.
Yeah, you got 3 left.
3. Great. Okay, he's going to use one now. As he attacks the brain with his rapier. So advantage. Oh, wrong one. Right, advantage. Got pay out. 16 hits for 6, and he does another one. Got pay out. 23. Yeah. And he just messes up this brain completely. I think, Pups, you're sort of staring at it. And the brain's not like looking up at you like, brainy stuff. And he just comes in like, and like skewers it with his thing. And then he's going to walk forward, steps on the brain as he goes through and pushes open these doors.
This guy.
Push opens the doors and he steps through into the next room. As he does, and you guys just hear, one more step, and I'll blow his fucking brains out. As you see Raina just like, okay, kind of raises his sword and just sort of like, okay, calm down. And that's kind of all you hear. Okay. This dude, if I missed anyone, no. This dude is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to there. Okay. Big Phatts, you see the doorway go and close. As it now closes up. This is the doorway that the Mind Flayer went through.
Right, okay, grand.
That's now closed. It's gone.
Okay. And the doorway in front that Raynar has just stepped through has, we've heard the one more step and I'll blow his fucking brains out.
Yep.
Phatts then is gonna go to this door. The one just beside Pups.
Yep.
And thinking it might be another way into that room, we'll open that and see what's in there.
Okay, cool. So you open up into this kind of small side room. It absolutely reeks in there. As you see, like a room which looks like it's like loads of like beds. It's like a bed in there. But they've also got like manacles attached to the walls that are all rusted. This looks like some sort of holding cell, maybe, but it's literally a 10-foot by 10-foot square.
Okay. Can Phatts try and rip the manacles off the wall?
Yep. So you
do
step
they look?
in.
Do they look functional?
Yeah, they're functional. They're rusted to hell, but you probably with Baggi might be able to fix them up at some point.
Great.
So you go into the room. Cool. Currently, you haven't taken any damage.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
Go ahead, butt the wall.
He's gonna punch the wall first
Okay, cool.
to try and loosen the manacles.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna just do some damage on that. Roll 1d4. Right. Okay. You take 4, so 2 bludgeoning damage.
Freaking sweet.
Oh, hi, Mark. I didn't really see the Mark was here. Hi,
Oh,
Mark.
hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Mark in his new house.
I did not hit her. I did not.
I
It's not true.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Okay, cool. So you like spang and smack into it, and you see the cracks from the manacles as you just kind of grab onto it like this, and you yank. I'm gonna let you rip them off for that.
Where did I just go?
Into the
Oh,
room.
torch.
Oh, the torch. Where are you? Where are you, John?
Did you make me GM layer?
Where are you?
Oh my god, the torch is having a lovely time.
Torch is going to
the
get up to
torch
some
is-
mischief.
Right. Torch
Burn
is in
him.
there. Torch is in there. Where are you?
I was on top of the torch.
I think I saw Big Phatts just fly off into the darkness and east.
All right. Let's put a new big fats in.
Your portal.
Let's put a new big fats in. There you go.
There we go.
All right. So there's big fats.
Where have I been?
You punch so hard into the wall, you create a portal. As like one blue circle ends up here and one orange circle opens up on the other side, and you're like your fist goes. Phew.
Yes.
So I got some rusted manacles now then, yeah?
Nice.
Yes, you
What
do.
are
yes.
manacles? Can I just ask?
They're
Handcuffs
things
attached to the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I guess he's gonna just come back into the room again
Okay.
and kind of see what is gonna play out here a bit, at least for
Cool.
Raynar, who's the only person that can see.
So you see that there is what looks like an orc with a book. It looks like a spell book of some kind. And he stood over with a foot on what looks like a strawberry blonde young fellow who's on the ground, who's beaten to the hell, and he's holding a spell above his head. As in above the strawberry blonde person's head. Just see actually what spell is he using. Yeah. And you can see that there's a big fire sort of starting to emerge around his hand. Okay. I'll let you shout something short if you want to.
Baggi!
That's good enough. All right, Pups.
Pups sort of leaning slightly against the wall, not looking too great. Hears this, sort of comes to here and sees what's going on, then pops back. As for action, pulls out the sending stone to Oshi and says, "Do not take a shot unless you're certain you'll kill him." And then hides.
Cool, you're hidden. Okay, Intellect Devourer is dead. Okay,
Dead.
Baggi. You've just heard Baggi, why don't you come over here, Baggi?
Well, she's gonna go over there, 100%. 5, 10, 15, 20. What is
Yeah.
a Big Phatts? Okay, now she can see. Right. Now they're holding a scroll or something, right?
No, they've got a book in one hand,
Book.
and they've got a big fire that's growing in their other hand that they seem to be aiming towards an extremely beaten up strawberry blonde fellow.
Yeah, I can see him. He's a very handsome strawberry blonde fellow as well, actually.
Should we
realizing
show
this is
everybody what it looks like? Let's have a look.
yeah.
Everybody at home. There you go. Very.
Mm.
It reminds me of Sam Adamson in some sort of strange
Yeah.
way.
Oh
doesn't
my
it?
god, yes.
But there you go. That's him there. All right.
Doesn't
Anyway.
look like his name's Floon.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Looks like a floon to me.
Yeah, 100% food.
It's definitely a Blagmaar. You know.
It's definitely a Blagmaar. Yeah.
So, yeah, Baggi, after seeing what's happening and obviously realizing this is the guy we have to save, is going to pull out the spyglass
Mhm.
and pulls it up to her little eyeballs and starts going focusing in on the orc with the book and casts Chaos Bolt. Yeah. I
You
should've
did
used the last-
what? Okay,
It's
cool. 'Cause-
13.
Nice. So, because he's holding his actions with burning hands, he doesn't have a
Yes.
chance. He doesn't have a chance to use shield at all. As your chaos bolt fires across at him. As you do, how much damage?
Oh my gosh, please be good. It is
So it's
9.
9. So we need to find out what type damage it is. So if you roll
Yeah.
a D8,
Lovely, lovely, lovely. On it. 1d8. It's a 4,
which
which is force.
all right, great. So you slam, you fire this kind of like bolt across, and it almost comes across like almost like a ripple in space and time. There's this kind of like wave kind of goes from you, and hits him, and as it hits him, it knocks him away. I don't think, yeah, it knocks him away from
Floon.
Floon, as he's kind of like he gets hit for 9 damage. He looks fairly screwed over by that hit, and he's going to do a concentration to see if he actually continues holding his action. I'm going to use. I was going to use my advantage on this. Have I got any disadvantages?
Yeah, you got 2 advantages and 3 disadvantages.
All right, I'm going to use an advantage. Okay, let's do a con. No.
Oh.
All right. As the fire kind of goes out in his hand, as he stumbles backwards and lands sort of on his ass over here. Nice, Oshi.
Oshi has the baby.
Really nice hit, by the way, Baggi.
Thanks.
Yes,
And
Baggi.
Craig's like here, and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm so scared. I'm so.
So she's gonna come into here, see that it's an empty room, and take him off and put him down.
Yep. So you literally just like scoop.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of say it. Scoop, and you run, and you
Yeah.
just pop him down.
Yeah, so she's gonna put him down in there, and then that's all her movement. So she's just gonna get ready, like feel. Oh no, she's gonna turn to him and say, "It's okay, we're all heroes," and then turn back.
Yeah, I think as you look down at him, you have that remembrance of like how you felt so small, and like things like with your sister, if she would push you over, you would feel so small and feel so defenseless, and you can see that within him now of like he's terrified, and there's only one person to be able to sort this out, and that is you, to make him feel safe and feel strong. And he looks at you and he smiles.
And Oshi winks, but like this way.
And he thinks that's the coolest fucking thing in the world. As he's maybe finding a new favourite. Okay, anything else you want to do?
And no, she's just gonna wait there. She's got to bide her time, I think.
So it's now the Grumshar, the wizard, as he turns and he tries to fire at. Actually, he's going to move back a bit to here as he tries to fire at Floon using Firebolt. He's going to fire at.
Disadvantage.
Cool. So he does a disadvantage, which is good.
Isn't he on? Does he not automatically have disadvantage because it's a ranged attack and he's on the floor?
Yeah, but he hits anyway. And so he hits for 10
Who's this, Floon?
on Floon as he fires at Floon. As
10
you see,
hits?
so you see Floon just go up in flames. He's screaming in pain, and then suddenly those screams stop. Okay, Raynar, seeing this, loses his fucking shit.
Oh, that wizard's in trouble.
And runs to here, to here. And he's going to use some advantage. I'm going to use all of my advantages now, if that's all right.
One left.
I've got one left. I'm using it now
Yeah.
to use my rapier. He hits him for 11, and you just see this sort of thing go straight into the heart of this wizard. And he pushes it onto the ground, and he's going to use the rest of his action to repeatedly stab him. As he just keeps stabbing and stabbing and stabbing and stabbing. He brings his daggers out, and he just starts with the other hand, just start hacking into this body. As you see him kind of murderize this wizard. You see like this Daruga stick his head in and be like, fuck this, and he runs away.
Oh, those bastards.
But Big Phatts, you see this burning body next to Raynar.
Phatts is going to immediately go over to him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Using... I've got a herbalism kit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you reckon that Phatts' knowledge of herbs, that he's chosen to specialize in the smoking variety, he would possibly know other ones to put out flame?
I think, yeah, to put out the flame for sure.
Well, then he's going to regurgitate the correct herb.
Yeah. Because also, if you think about it this way, tobacco is not supposed to go at light; it's supposed to be smoked. So I think you essentially put tobacco on him.
Great.
And
Love
it
that
sort of
idea.
like brings the flames down, but he's still on the floor. I'm gonna do a death saving throw for him now, and I'll continue doing death saving throws until we sort this out. Okay, it's a D20. All right, okay. All right, so you put the fire out, and he doesn't seem to be moving at all. His skin is like bubbling. As you kind of like, for you, Big Phatts, you can see your money disappearing.
But yeah.
Okay, Pups.
Pups comes into the room, sees him on the ground, leans back to the other two and says, "Potion, healing, something now." Goes over and attempts a medicine check to try and stabilize, at least.
Okay, you go for the medicine check.
Can I use an advantage?
Ah, Red Panda, thank you. Yes, you can.
Okay. So that would be 19.
Thank you, Frost Wisp as well. Frost Wisp 2019. Thank you very much for the rescribe. Yeah, so you see that he is on like so close to death that you don't know if this is helping or even if you can stabilize them.
Okay.
And if they did wake up, the burns would be so horrific. You need magic here. You need magic.
Okay. I'll take out a bit of my water skin and just try.
Yeah. So you're sort of like getting the
Douse.
skin and wrapping things around the burns and things like this. Yeah. So
Just
that's
doing what
your
I can.
first aid.
First aid, yeah.
Yeah. Great.
And that was, by the way, that was Neomancer with a gift sub drop who's just taken us over our limit. Just drops in, sorts out the target.
Thank you
Yes,
very much.
Mark.
I just double check that. Yeah, let's just do that. There we go. 25. Oh, thank you very much, Derek Agony again. Thanks for the rescribe. That's getting us over that top, which is bad.
And you'll be glad to know, Gabs, that Bevins just used ditto on the chat.
Yes, Bevan.
Yeah.
No sign of banjacks, though. So,
Nope.
I guess,
That's it.
Fine.
So you guys seem to be... No, I'm not going to use that. Okay, right. So, yeah, you're just doing sort of first aid at the moment.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. The screen went blank for a little bit.
Also, sorry to interrupt. We've just hit our sub goal.
Yay! So good. So we can get some microphones. This is great news.
Hey,
This is a great night. Okay, cool.
what a session.
It's so
Yeah, that was
good.
Mark.
Apart
That was
from...
Mark coming in and just taking us over the limit.
It's all great, apart from your money is currently dying on the
Yeah.
floor. Okay,
Yeah,
Baggy.
yeah.
Ah.
Okay, Baggy, you've just heard.
Got
You've
silk
heard
bars, innit?
potions, healing, something.
Yeah.
That's what you've heard.
Yeah. Baggy runs straight up to Floon, and seeing the burns and the pain that he's in, remembers when she was burnt, and immediately pulls out her water skin, thinking that will help, but uses the cantrip cure wounds by sort of almost like using that pain that she can feel and how like that anger that comes from it. It's almost like she infuses the water skin with the power of cure wounds, and basically just kind of like tips the rest of her water all over Floon as much as possible. So cure wounds is 1d8 plus spellcasting, which is 3.
Nice.
So it's 4 plus 3, 7
Nice.
healing.
It's like, and you can kind of like, that's this face and everything, sort of all the burns sort of like disappear. As I think Pups, you take off the bandages and you see that they're all starting to heal around. I'm gonna come out of initiative now. And go for more chilled music.
It's still cool either way.
Yeah.
Let's
as
go.
it sort of,
Sound,
like, heals,
sad
it's like,
music.
as he looks up and he sees his friend Raina like covered in blood. He's like, oh my god. And Raina kind of comes over and picks him up and it's just like holds him. And he looks up at you guys and he's like, thank you so much. As he kind of holds his friend and he sort of helps him up and sort of picks him up. And helps him to his feet. Oh, let me turn it. There we go, that's better. Helps him to his feet. And kind of looks across at you guys. I have no idea how we would have found him without your help. Thank you.
You're right there, redhead.
And they both go, yes, like in unison.
Yeah.
Good.
And then Phatts turns immediately around and goes back to the room that Craig was in to pick him up and put him back on his shoulder again.
Okay, so as he goes, as Big Phatts kind of leaves, Raina kind of turns to you and Baggi and says, the Neverember family owes you. Big time.
Pups' eyes widen.
Thank you. And he sort of leaves and goes towards this room that's next to them. And it's sort of like, as he kind of goes in, you see there's a ladder that kind of goes upwards. And as he kind of climbs up, there's like almost like a hatch above the top, and he kind of pushes the hatch open and climbs up. And what you can hear is, what the bloody fuck is... What? As he sort of... as you hear this shouting of surprise sort of above. And I think you guys are sort of Pups and Baggi, you're kind of in earshot of that. Oshi, you see Big Phatts kind of come to you.
As I think do you reckon she can hear him coming? Because he's like, doof, doof, doof. She probably says to Craig, she says, don't tell anyone I can be nice, and then winks at him again, and then just passes him off. Do you want me to do like what do you reckon? It's like a stealth to see if she says it quickly without Big Fat seeing.
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
And actually, as you pass it over to Big Fats, Big Crab grabs onto you, and Craig sort of holds onto you and goes, "She was so mean."
Yeah, I'm sure she was, but it's all right there, little Phatts. The trouble's over now.
And he sort of cries, and you look over at Oshi, and I think if you could see his emotion, you would see serious disappointment, Oshi, from Big Fats as he looks across at you.
And she just shrugs. She's just like, wow.
We need to have a talk later.
Well, don't leave me in charge of the nursery then.
Come on, kids. We got a redhead to console.
So you guys
at this point, actually, Baggi, having been like, cool, Floon's fine, Raynar got a favour from him, Baggi's actually going to march off because she wants to get her rod back before they do anything else.
Oh, I
Right.
picked that up.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. As
so
long as you've got it, that's fine.
So instead, Baggi, your attention goes to the book.
Go on. Ooh.
The Wizard's Spellbook.
Ooh.
You pick up the Wizard's Spellbook, and I mean, a lot of it doesn't make any sense to you at all.
No.
But you reckon you could kind of understand some of it. Maybe you need to build something for it. Maybe you find a different way around it. But you find that this wasn't a particularly strong wizard. But you find in there a couple of cantrips. So you find Firebolt, Mending, and Prestidigitation. You also find the spells of Burning Hands, Disguise Self, and Shield.
Oh.
You think that you could probably figure it out. It would not take you a long time to build objects to allow this to kind of happen.
Yeah.
But you think that it might be worth a bit of cash as well, if you wanted to sell
Okay.
it. So you think that
Cool.
it is worth... Where's my cash for this? There it is. You think it's worth about 150 gold pieces.
Oh, nice. Nice.
As you kind of pick it up, and this is a cursory glance as you're just sort of flicking through, and you
Yeah.
close it.
Great.
There doesn't seem to be anything else in this place. As you see Raynar and Floon kind of go off to the side and climb up the ladder. Is there anything you guys want to do before we leave this place?
No.
No.
Nah.
Okay. You climb up the ladder and you come out to a space that's just really full of steam. There's people going crazy. There's people climbing out of the drains in this bathhouse. As it's like you just literally climb into the sauna of this place, and everyone's going fucking crazy, and you're like, oh god! As these kind of like workers come in, who are kind of the owners of the establishment, and they're just like, oh my god, you stink!
How much for the platinum package? We've
And
had a day.
And that's literally, you guys get bathed. Like, that's all that's like said there. It's like the montage is like, oh, we are washing our pits. And like, this is this jolly scene of you guys kind of cleaning little Craig, who's sort of like scrubbing away and all this kind of stuff. I think Big Fat, you're sat in the corner, probably in a dry room with a can of oil and grease.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of dry, but it's also very smoky now. As he smokes to the victory
Okay.
whilst trying to sell cigars to anyone that's passing by.
Right. So after, say, about half hour, maybe an hour's of cleaning, you guys.
Short rest.
Yeah, that's short rest.
Yeah.
You guys sort of step out, and you see that you are actually right at the southern edge of the dock ward, down in Fishka Alley, all the way down here. Considering that you started up here, that's the kind of distance in which you've kind of travelled in the sewer.
Oh.
And you make your way, you decide to sort of walk your way back. It's beginning to kind of go to evening sort of time. We're seeing the sort of sunset over the city. It's clear, beautiful skies as well. So we've got that heat that's kind of starting to kind of go through the summer, sort of the summer evening heat. I think it's probably the first decent night of the year, but the first nice evening. As you walk all the way north, back to the yawning portal, all the way up here.
I think as we're walking along, Pup sort of trudges up alongside Baggi. That was really brave in there. That was a snap decision, and you took it.
Well, maybe I've learnt a couple of things from you recently, Pups.
And Pups just swings round his staff, and there's an O with a load of notches, and a P with a load of notches, and a B with a couple, and then a BF with a couple, and then a B with like one. Still got to catch up.
Very funny. I only attack when it's necessary, Pups.
Fair enough.
And I think, Pups, that's what you think makes Baggi ahead of all of you. Is that she only attacks when necessary. And then you look at Big Phatts and you think the same thing. I was like, there's something, they seem to be different than you and Oshi in some way.
Maybe I can learn something from you as well. Maybe.
And at that point, Baggi just sort of like reaches down and literally punches him lightly, softly in the chin, like.
Pups falls over and plays dead.
Craig runs over and like, you killed him.
And Baggi just turns to Craig and is like, yeah, next I'm gonna kill you.
And he sort of runs, and he runs up and he runs round the leg and goes back onto the shoulder of Big Phat. She's like, she's gonna kill me. And then he sort of like, he sees over as he looks over you, Baggi, and he winks. But he's trying to do it sideways, but he kind of turns his head.
Baggi winks at him as well.
Pups gets up and pretends to be a zombie.
So you can see, and then from there you hear the laughter from Raynar and Floon as they're kind of walking with you and they're laughing away at this as well. As you kind of come around the corner of Rayrun Street, and you see the great sign of the Yawning Portal. You go in, and it seems like a very quiet night tonight for some reason. I think it might be it's too hot inside. And I think you see the books from Volo and his kind of the back of his big puffy shoulders and his big floppy stupid hat. And he's got his back towards the table, towards the door.
As the door opens and we see him, Oshi shouts, "Volo!" as loud as she can.
And he kind of turns his head. He's like, oh! And he sort of sees Floon and sees Radar, and he sort of runs over and he holds on to Floon and he sort of kisses his cheeks. And he's sort of like quite passionate with him actually. He turns and he kind of kisses him. And he's like, "Oh my god, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you."
And
sort of
Oshi's
like-
just holding her hand out.
Yeah, and he's sort of like checking over. He's like, "One second, please." And he's sort of like checking over Floon and making sure it's all right. Okay. And he sees the hand. Oh yes, the payment. You see, the thing is,
Oshi grabs him around the scruff of the neck and pulls him really close.
I don't have the money.
And then Oshi lets him go and looks at bloody what's his name? November.
I was like, "Well, I'm not paying for him."
Somebody's paying us some money.
Sort of like you see Volo's about to sort of just try and escape the situation.
Pups is behind him.
And it's like bumps into it. It's
And
like,
What
Baggi
did I
was-
say about Betsy?
oh no! And he sort of like holds onto his moustache. I'm sure there's another deal we could make. Please.
Baggy, what you saying?
Oh, I was just getting out my lighter, Pups. Not for
Oh.
a smoke. And
Oh,
just
no.
sort of like points it towards Floon, actually. Like, well,
Oh, okay. And he puts his arms up. He's like, okay, and he puts his hand. Just let me put my hand in. And he pulls out, and he pulls out a piece of paper. And it seems to have an official seal on it. It's like, please, don't burn him. As he opens up the piece of paper, yeah, he is totally Banjax right now. As he turns over to the paper,
Yes, Stuart. You legend.
and he says, "This is a deed to a property in the North Ward."
Let me see that thing.
And you sort of grab it, and you pick it up, and you see that it's a deed for a mansion in the North Ward on Troll Skull Alley. I think you guys know the North Ward to be like nice area. It's not quite the Sea Ward, but it's certainly a beautiful area. I think no, you would never even go outside, so you don't know. But it's sort of like in the northeast. I'll show you where it is on here. So the North Ward. There we go, Chosco Alley. All the way up here.
Oh,
He's like,
got little
"Please,
parks.
please, I'm waiting for a payment on the books. They just hasn't come through. Please take the property, please."
Can Phatts do? What would I roll to determine to see if this is real?
I suppose for you,
I'm
it'd be
thinking
investigation.
Phatts had purchased his own shop, so he's seen deeds before.
Mhm.
Investigation.
Investigation, yes.
I'm going to do it with one of my advantages.
Okay.
18.
Yep, you know this to be genuine.
Phatts turns to the rest of the group.
That'll do for us.
You also know, Big Fats, the movement of property costs 25 gold to the magistrate.
I think this is more than what we asked for to begin with. I say we take this place.
Please, it's yours. It's yours.
Shut
You
up.
just-
I'm not speaking to you.
Okay.
And he looks to each of you in turn.
We could get out of Black Star.
Yeah, I'm game.
And judging by the official seals on here, this is going to be significantly nicer than Madam Price's or even my own home.
Follow.
Yes.
You're never allowed to visit. Don't drop by. There'll be no tea or sugar or welcome for you.
Oh, okay.
Erase the address from your memory.
Okay. Do you want to do an intimidation? Are you trying to be scary here?
Yeah, all right. I mean, it's not going to be great. I'm going to use one of my advantages. Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go on, Oshi.
Advantage. 21.
Oh!
And
Yay.
he sort of like looks, and this is sort of like very rare moments of seeing emotion from from Oshi, and he just sort of backs out into a corner. Okay.
I
Oh,
nearly
yeah.
lost my hand and I lost 75 gold because of you. Don't turn up.
Okay. Oh, you did. Can I say something?
You just did. Carry on quickly. I don't have time for this.
You just need to get it signed by the magistrate.
I'll deal with that. Hey, little Phatts.
Yeah.
What do we say to these short little fucks?
Do you mean to follow?
Yeah.
You big stinky poopy headed, you're banchaxed.
You're a big stinky poopy head. Don't forget that.
And he walks over and he like kicks his foot and then like runs back over and like he's just did the biggest damage, like he just killed a dragon.
Pups goes, whoa!
Oh, now.
Whoa!
Easy.
and you sort of see Volo and he's terrified in the corner. And I think Craig is like believes that he has caused that fear because he's a great powerful dragon of the clan of Red. As he sort of turns around and as you kind of walk past Raynar, he just goes, "He's such a twat." As you kind of leave out, as you kind of like, I think you come out of the yawning portal. And you step into that mud ground that's around the sort of dock ward kind of area. And you kind of hail down a cab or a track, or like a cart. And as you kind of get onto the cart, you feel that kind of bobbing around as you're going through the shit streets of the dock ward. And then it's like, as you go onto the smooth paved roads as you make your way up to the north ward, as we kind of see you kind of ride off into that sunset towards the north as we fade to black.
Oh, wow!
It's all coming up more
Nice.
rats. It's all coming up
Got up more rats.
Coming up more rats.
Okay.
So we started this mission for 160 gold pieces apiece, and we ended up with a shit ton of silver ingots, a load of art, and a house!
And a spell book.
Sorry?
And
And a spell book, yeah.
And a
And a
box.
child.
Oh, what?
And
Yeah.
a spell book and a
box.
child.
And a box full of paper birds as well.
yeah. Oh, fine.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like you got some property, guys. And we're going to figure out what it's going to go do with that later. I am going to level you up. However, we're going to do that in story next week. So I want to talk to you guys about what you want to be. And so we can kind of do it in situ in story. I'm taking inspiration from my good friend Zach on this one. As we come into what is now the second chapter of Waterdeep Mallrats Dragon Heist. Oh my god, I'd love it to do with like you utter fucking Tories getting on the property ladder. So-
This is
I mean-
fantasy. This is fantasy. We can't have this in real life, Stuart. Let us have it.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
Pups' exact thoughts were buy to let, buy to rent.
Well, yeah, Oshi was thinking we could turn it into a working house.
Airbnb, I say.
Really,
No,
really nice.
Means and ways.
Fresh Airbnb.
So we've got like a new possibility, new options going forward. I want to say massive thank you to kind of everybody who kind of joined us today. So Red Panda, really lovely to see you, and I'm really glad that you enjoyed what we had today. Mama Thorpe, Daz Stewart as well, Heavens Bevans. I think the list can go on and on and on and on. We are now met our sub goal, which I'm so happy about. So thank you so much to all of you. Our follower goal is only 11 away. So if you have been lurking in the background and would love to follow us, it means a hell of a lot to us if you do follow. So please hit that button to keep involved with what we're doing. We're going to be going for, say, Red Panda. Say on Friday, we do a rerun of our second season. If you'd like to join us then, that would be great. And you can kind of hang out and watch and see how these guys kind of got to the positions that they're in to stay. That would be great. And Gabby gets her mic, which is really wonderful.
Hey. It's been a big
Get ready for
day.
some smooth sounding kills.
Oh
Yeah.
is there any other announcements people want to say before we finish up?
Just if you haven't already, please do check us out on Facebook. Facebook and Instagram now, Sabotage the DM. Twitter is DM Sabotage. We've got a YouTube channel which has got our entire back catalogue of things, plus a couple of other little videos here and there. We release different things on different formats, so it's probably best to just follow them all, and then you'll never miss a beat.
Exactly.
And remember, keep smoking.
Of course. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're probably going to raid somebody because that's what we do. We like raiding people. But we're going to go to our credits. Those who have subscribed with us this week, your names will come onto the credits next week, as we really appreciate you guys. I think, as usual, keep putting heists against your landlords and brothers. Let's be better. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Mwah.
Big love.
Love.